Happy Wednesday. I am Sarah, and we are going to do a yoga HIIT this afternoon. I'm going to give it a little more time just to allow people to join us. Hi, I think I started talking too early. Welcome, I'm Sarah. We're going to do a yoga HIIT today. We'll start with a nice little yoga flow. I was going to say get warm. I think we're already a little bit warm, but just to limber up the body, sort of ground ourselves, and then we'll do some high intensity intervals. We are on day, 87 of being really super hot. So I really want you to listen to your bodies today. Make sure that you take water, take any modifications that you might need, and just really, to come back into child's pose if you need a break, whatever comfortable position. Hello, nice to see you. Whatever modifications you might need to take. Just really listen to your bodies today, and maybe today's not the day to push it, but just enjoy getting a little bit sweaty, getting a little bit of a yoga flow, and take it from there. That's summertime fitness, right? I will probably be taking some of those lower modifications today. I see a few people starting to join us. The only thing you'll need today is a water bottle. We might use it for one of our workouts, and if you happen to be drinking out of a cup, I will show you an option without the water bottle, and obviously you'll need your mat. So we'll give it a few more seconds here, and when you're ready, we can get comfortably seated on our mat. So if you like, you can be sitting on top of your shins, or sitting with your legs crossed. Whatever is a comfortable seated position for you. Think of having your shoulders back and down, nice tall spine. Hands can be resting on your knees. They can be palms down for grounding or palms up to receive energy. And you can close your eyes or soften your gaze, whatever you're comfortable with. And we'll just take a few moments here just to quiet our bodies, quiet our minds, and really start to turn our attention to the mat and to our breathing. We'll take a few moments here just to focus on our natural breath. Think about in through the nose, expanding through the chest, ribs, belly, and out through the nose. And with every inhale, think about expanding, and every exhale, softening through the body. Find those places on your body where you might still be holding on to tension, whether it's your jaw, through your shoulders, maybe clenching your hands, through your hips, and with every exhale, try to soften those little bits of tension. Throughout your practice today, you can always come back to this. Come back to seated, come back to focusing on your breath, and then rejoin, especially if you find that you're getting a little overheated. This is a place you can always return. We'll take a couple more cycles of breath here. Nose, expanding, and exhale, softening. Blink our eyes a few times, just to open them up, and then we'll shift our body forward, coming into our tabletop position. And we'll just take it to a few nice easy cycles of cat-cow. So on your inhale, arching the back, lifting the chin, opening through the heart. And on your exhale, push the floor away, round through the back, feeling space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, open through the chest. And exhale, pushing the floor away. Inhale, open through the chest, lifting the chin. And exhale, tucking that tailbone in, pushing the floor away, engaging through the core. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift the chin, open through the chest, and exhale, push the floor away. From here, we'll return to our neutral spine. Think about shoulders back and down, pushing the floor away. And without changing anything else, we're just going to pick up our right arm, reaching towards the front of our mat. Nothing else changes. Core is engaged. Shoulder stays right over top of wrist, and hips stay over top of knees. You can stay here, or you can pick up that left foot, reaching for the opposite wall. Strong, active leg. Try not to sink into that supporting shoulder. And release. Set down the hand, set down the knee. One full breath here. And open your mouth, sigh it out. On your next inhale, without changing anything else, we'll just reach the left arm up, reaching for the front of the room, or the front of your mat. Again, not shifting anything else. Body stays strong and stable. You can stay here, or you can pick up your right leg. Flexing your foot, pushing the heel towards the back of your mat, and again, nothing else changes. Try not to sink into that supporting hip, or sink into that supporting shoulder. Stay square and strong. One more breath here, and exhale to lower. And we're going to come to child's pose. So you can widen your knees a bit, toe tips come together, and sink your hips back down towards your heels, and you can walk your hands forward, easing your forehead towards the mat. Try to keep your hips back towards your heels, and make the arms active, pressing the hands into the mat. From here, we're going to come onto our fingertips, almost like we're making a little tent with our hands, and we're going to ease our upper body right into the mat. You might feel a deeper stretch through your armpits, maybe a little bit into your lats. It just allows you to get a little bit closer to the ground. One more cycle of breath here. And then we'll flatten our palms. We'll tuck our toes, and we'll send our hips up and back, coming into our first downward dog. Think about arms strong, shoulders are back and down. You can have a small bend in the knees, especially if your hamstrings are tight. Core is engaged. Try not to pop the front ribs. And feel like you can pedal out the knees from side to side. And you can make it exaggerated, sending your hip from one side to the other. Really finding all those places that need a little bit of a stretch. And we're going to ease both heels towards the ground. And on our inhale, we're going to roll to the spine, shift into plank, and on our exhale, hips up and back to our downward facing dog. We're going to do that again. Rolling to the spine, coming to our plank, shoulders right over top of our wrists, and exhale. Hips up and back to downward dog. Inhale, shifting to our plank, and exhale. Hips up and back to downward dog. One more time here. Roll through the spine, shifting forward into the plank. Legs are strong, core engaged, and hips up and back to downward dog. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. We're going to look forward and take many little steps towards the front of our mat. Coming into our forward fold, the knees can have a bit of softness to them. And from here, we're going to roll the body up, one vertebrae at a time, to come to standing at the front of our mat. Shoulders back and down. Slightly tuck the tailbone under, core is engaged, palms open, into our Tadasana mountain pose. Setting up for our sun salutations to get the body warm. On our inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, hands down to the mat, and we're going to step back into our plank. Core is engaged, think about pushing the floor away, protracting those shoulder blades. We're going to shift the body forward, and on my count, we're going to lower all the way to the ground. Remember, you can always tap your knees down to lower to the ground, or anytime we do chaturanga. Ready? We're going to lower. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to untuck the toes. Legs are engaged, squeezing the glutes, lightly pressing the hands into the mat. We're going to lift the upper body, squeezing our shoulder blades, coming into cobra. And we lower. You can stay with cobra, or you can press the hands into the mat, lifting the hips and legs off the mat, coming into our upward facing dog. Core is engaged, shoulders are back and down. Then we'll lift the hips up and back, coming into our downward facing dog. Inhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, open the mouth, side out. Inhale, look forward, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale right into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, hands down, plank, right into our chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, hips up and back to downward dog. Inhale, look forward, exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, plank, chaturanga. Keeping those elbows tucked into the body. On our inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, open your mouth, side out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Pushing the floor away. Trying to get that knee right in towards our nose. See if you can find that touch. You're rounding through the back, shifting your weight way forward. So shoulders are over top of those wrists. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. We'll sweep the leg back. In, shift the plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale to downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. See if you can find it. Drawing that shin away from the mat, shifting that body way forward, allowing space to bring that knee forward. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Sweep the leg back, come to our 3-legged dog. We'll shift forward to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Come into that flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Back foot, 45-degree angle, coming up to our warrior 1. Tucking the tailbone under. Nice bend in the front knee so that knee is over top of our heel. You may want to shorten your stance a little bit. And try to square off those hips. Bringing the right hip back, left hip forward. That tailbone is tucked to protect our low back. Tucking in those front ribs, core engaged. Reaching up. One more cycle of breath here. And then we're going to shift into our warrior 2. Pivoting that back foot so the edge is parallel to the back of our mat. Nice wide stance, opening up our shoulder to the left side of our mat. Front knee right over top of our heel, tucking that tailbone under, engage through the back leg. Feel it, your body opening up here. We're going to flip the front hand and reach it up and over, coming into a reverse warrior. Finding that nice side body stretch. And bringing it back to our warrior two. We're going to straighten our front leg, and we're going to pivot our right foot, so both feet are parallel to the edges of our mat. We're going to tuck our hands behind our body, shoulders back and down. Legs are engaged, squeezing our glutes, core engaged. From here, we're going to hinge at the hips, coming into our forward fold. You can have a slight bend in your knees, especially if you have tight hamstrings. And we'll just settle in. And then make this active. Think about squeezing the glutes, legs engaged, core is engaged, helping you find that deeper forward fold. One more breath here. And exhale. Hands come to our hips. We're going to come to that neutral spine, engage the glutes, and come all the way back to standing. We're going to pivot that right foot again and come back to our warrior two. Bending that front knee, arms extending out to the side. We're going to sweep our front arm down so it's resting just on our knee. Now try not to load into your front elbow. It's just resting against there. Reaching up and over, coming to our extended side angle. Your front arm can stay here or lowering with the hips, drawing it towards the floor. Watch that your hips aren't way up here. Ease those hips down towards the mat. Think about tucking that tailbone under. Back leg is straight and strong. And try to open up that top shoulder. Gaze can be forward, down towards your mat, or up towards the ceiling if your neck allows it. One more breath here. We're going to look down, hands down, framing your front foot, pivoting. Right leg comes back to our plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, up and back to downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. We'll exhale, step the foot forward. Plant the back foot 45 degrees. Reaching the arms up, coming to our warrior one. Again, tucking the tailbone under to protect our back. Nice big bend in that front knee. Reaching up, tucking in those front ribs, shoulders back and down. Core is engaged. And think about easing that left hip back and that right hip forward. One more breath here. And then we'll pivot that back foot so it's parallel to the back of our mat, coming into our warrior two. Again, nice big bend in that front knee, tucking the tailbone under, opening up the shoulders to the right side of your mat. And again, ease the body into this posture. We're going to flip the front hand, reach it up and over, coming into a reverse warrior, finding that beautiful side body stretch. And we'll bring it back to our warrior two. We're going to straighten our front leg, pivot the left foot, so both feet are parallel to the outside edges of our mat. Hands will come to our hips, shoulders back and down, core and glutes engaged. And we're just going to hinge forward, coming into that extend, wide leg forward fold. Hands can come down to the mat, and you can walk the hands back between the heels. You're aiming to come to those chaturanga arms, so your elbows are right over top of your wrists, nice bent elbows. Remember, if you have tight hamstrings, you can always have a little bend in those knees. But keeping that core engaged, legs, glutes working. One more breath here, and exhale. We're going to come back to that neutral spine. Hands come to the hips, squeezing the glutes, and we're going to lift all the way back up to standing. We're going to pivot that front foot so toes are towards the front of the mat, bending that front knee, Coming back to our warrior two. Now we're going to sweep the front arm down, either to rest outside the knee or hand can reach towards the floor and reaching that top arm up, coming into our extended side angle. Back leg is engaged, tucking the tailbone under, open up through the body. And again, watch that your hips aren't way up here. You want to have the knee right in line with your heel, sinking, melting those hips towards the mat. Back leg is engaged, we've got this. We're going to look down, hands down to frame our feet, stepping back into plank and chaturanga. Inhale, cobra to up dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, open the mouth, sigh it out. We're just going to bring our knees down towards the mat, walk the hands forward, ease the hips back. Coming into child's pose. Taking a moment here, find a bit of a stretch. And then we'll bring the body right back up to sitting. All right, so I hope everybody's warm. I don't think that is in any doubt today. So grab some water. And for our first exercise, we are going to use our water bottle. If you don't have a water bottle, that's okay. I'm going to give you a little modification for it. So we're going to come into some intervals, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds of rest. We'll do 4 cycles of that, and then I'll give you a little minute to recover, and then we'll move on to the next cycle. All right? Yes? Okay, so take that water. Make sure you've got your lid on your water bottle. And we're going to come into a little bit of a squat. So we're going to start holding our water bottle. We're going to drop. We're going to come up. And then we're going to pick up the water bottle. All right? If you don't have a water bottle, you're just going to reach towards the floor. So it's going to be drop, up, pick it, up. Drop, up, pick it, up. Remember, you can always drop, come up to your toes, and then pick up your bottom. All right? I'm going to get our timer going. 40 seconds, no more, no less. All right. So setting up, shoulders back and down. Ready, we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We are drop, up, pick it, up. Drop, up, pick it, up. Now watch that you're not leaving your hips up and just bowing down with your upper body. You want to get nice and low with those hips. So drop, up, pick it, up. Drop, up, pick it, up. I'm going to vary between the 2 different options. Up, drop, up, pick it, up. Drop, up, pick it, up. Drop, up. 5 more seconds here. Get those hips nice and low. Pick it up, drop, up, pick it up. Shake out those legs. Nice work. You're going to come on to a push-up into side plank. So from your toes or from your knees. 1 push-up, then we'll turn the body to side plank. Then a push-up, turning the body the other way. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Here you go. 1 push-up into our side plank. And find that moment in your side plank. Snap the hips, stack the shoulders. Pressing that front arm, that supporting hand into the mat. Try not to overload that supporting shoulder. So push up into our side plank. Remember, it can be done from your knees as well. Really important to listen to your body today. Push up and side plank. We have 5 more seconds here. 1 more. Let's see if we can get it in. And release. Nice work. Okay, so we're going to come back to our plank position. Should have stood up. So finding our plank position. We're going to shift back, almost as if we're coming into downward dog. Pick up our right hand, aim to touch our left foot, shift back to plank, and other side. Touching our right foot with our left hand. Bring it back. We are on. Shift it back, touch, and up. Let's really think about using our core here. Using our core to lift the hips up and back towards the ceiling. And finding that plank each and every time. Legs are engaged. And be sure to find a moment here in your plank. Shift it back and center. That's it. Last 10 seconds here. 40 seconds seems long and short, all at the same time. And release. Now we're gonna come back up to standing. We are gonna start at the bottom of our mat. We're gonna walk the body out. We're gonna lower to the ground. You can do this from your knees as well. Extend the arms, find your Superman. Lower, hands come back. You're gonna press either up to knees or up to feet and walk the body out. Join me. It's walking the body out. Lower all the way to the mat. Extend right here. Squeezing the glutes. Finding that little lift. Lower. Hands come back. Press all the way up. And whether you're doing it from your toes or your knees, walk the body out. I want you to find that plank position as you lower. Try not to let your hips sink to the floor first. And just in reverse. Finding that plank position and pressing all the way up. Roll it up. 2 more. You've got this. Walk the body out and lower. Extend. Lift. Squeeze. Lower down and press the floor away. Walk the body out. Shoulders back and down. Last one. Walk the body out. Lower. Extend. Lift, squeezing the glutes, lower, and let's press all the way back up to standing, rolling through the spine, shoulders back and down. Nice work. Take your break. Reaching a whole new level of sweat today. I hope everybody is doing really, really well. It is hot, so make sure you're taking that water, listening to your body, all right? Let's start thinking about round number 2. First part of it. Start on one side of your mat. Shuffle into our side lunge. Sending those hips back, chest is up. Shuffle to side lunge. Ready? We're on. Shuffle, lunge. And remember, it doesn't have to be a big shuffle. It can be step touch. Hips go back. Planting that heel. Side lunge. A little bit of lateral movement. Think about getting those hips way to the back of your room. And remember, you don't have to touch the floor. We're aiming for the floor. Holding on to that good form. Let's do 2 more. And shuffle, relax. Shake out those legs. This next one, I call it a wall sit. All we're gonna do, feet nice and wide, a little bit of a turnout. We're gonna come down. We're gonna hold a nice slow squat, starting now. Just hanging out. Remember, core is engaged, shoulders back and down. Hanging out, just being nice and low. Focusing on your breath, thinking about what feels good. Yeah, my core is engaged. I'm not too worried about what my legs are doing. A little bit of heat, but they're okay with it. Sink down nice and low. You're almost there. Last few seconds here. Getting a little lower. Core engaged. Shoulders away from your ears. We have this. We have it. And relax. Shake out those legs. We are going to come into some plank movements. So hands down, shoulders back and down. Finding our plank position. Two options. You can step your feet beside your hands, coming back to plank, stepping the other way, back to plank, or you can add a little hop side to side. Each time finding that plank in the center. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Little side. Take that moment in your plank. Side. Take that moment. And also, this is one that can be done on your elbows. You won't get your feet quite by your hands, but you can get a little bit of that side to side movement. Keep it up. You're more than halfway there. Go to side, center. Side, center. Stepping or hopping. Each time, finding that center plank. One more. Do one more. Find that plank and relax. You can clasp your hands together, circle through the wrists. Nice work. One more in this round. We did this one last week for anyone who was able to join us. Come into your tabletop, tucking the toes under, lifting the knees. You're going to pick up left hand, right foot, thread it through. Come back to that tabletop. Other side. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Tapping the foot, the hip down, and through center. Go. 40 seconds here. Take your time with it. Think about that supporting shoulder. Try not to bring it up by your ear. Think about bending the elbow as you dip your hips down towards the mat. Nice and sweaty today. We are halfway. Core is engaged. You ready? Last 10 seconds. Hang on. Make it nice and smooth. Little heat in the legs. Totally fine. And rest. Nice work. Grab that water bottle again. Getting a lot of work today. Take a sip. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to move on. Round 3. 2 more rounds to go. So, we're going to start standing for this round. I'm going to show you 2 options for this one. So, you're going to step the right leg back to begin with, coming into our lunge, up to knee, step back, switch. Think about knee, step back, switch. Knee, step back. You can switch by stepping, knee, step back, or switch by hopping. Ready? 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Get that knee in first, and switch. Knee, and switch. Again, listen to your body. Find the option that you want today, whether it's that step or that hop. That's it. We are more than halfway there. Last 10 seconds. Knee, step back, and switch. Last one here, and switch. Nice work. You're going to come down to our mat, finding our boat position. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. You can pull your shins parallel to your mat, core is engaged. Nice and tall through the spine. We are going to lower to our low boat, placing our low back on the mat and coming up to high boat. Hands can also be by your hips. Or to take away the movement, you can bring your feet to the floor and just hold boat for our 40 seconds. Ready? In 3, 2, and 1. We go. We're going to lower and up. Think about inhale to extend, exhale to bring it up. Cores engaged throughout. And up. Remember, take the options with the hands as you need. And up. Lower. And up. And up. That's it. And remember, as we get tired towards the end, if you want to just come to boat, or boat with your feet planted on the floor, take those options. Last 5 seconds here. You have this. And let's do one more here. Lower, bring it up, and release. We are going to sweep the body forward, coming back to our tabletop position. You can be on your hands, or you can drop down to your elbows. We are going to hover our knees, and then we're going to extend our right leg for this round. We're going to pick it up. We're going to rainbow. So it comes to the other side of your left foot and taps back through center. So up and over to the outside of your left foot and back through center. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Tap it out, back through center. Remember, this can also be done with that left knee touching the mat. What we're aiming for is the glutes on that right side, up and over, and not sweeping that leg up so high that it forces you to arch your back. Hang on, up, and tap, up, and tap. Less than 10 seconds here, tap, 3, and 2, and 1. Bring your hips back to your heels for a moment. We just need to set up for the other side. The left leg will be doing the rainbow taps. So on your hands or on your elbows, tucking the toes under. We'll extend that left leg. So picking up the foot, tapping it outside that right leg, tapping it back through center. Ready? In 3, 2, and 1. Tap it across, back through center. And remember, you can hover that right knee above the mat. Just gives that little bit of intensity. Tap. If you're on your hands, watch that you're not sinking into your shoulders. Push the floor away. Protract those shoulder blades. We are way more than halfway there. We've got this. Across, back through center. Less than 10 seconds here. Hang on. Bodies in 3, and 2, and 1. Release. Hips back to heels. Walk the hands forward, coming into child's pose. Take that little bit of a break. When you're ready, take water. Always take water. A little bit of a towel. Forgot my towel. I'm just going to sweat a lot. And then we're going to move our 4th and final round. Just going to check in. How's everybody doing? Good. Trying to stay as cool as you can. All they have in this room is a ceiling fan. It's working hard to keep me warm. All right, this one has a little bit more legs, but we're going to finish off strong. So we're going to come into sort of sumo plie squat. So our feet are turned out, shoulders back and down. Feet are a little bit wider, and we're going to come down nice and low, tucking our tailbone under. All we're going to do on this one, we're going to pivot that right leg, pivoting the body as well. So we're coming to a lunge, facing over that left leg, and then we're going to pivot back through center. We're going to stay on this leg. So again, pivoting the right foot, squaring our body towards that front foot, coming back to that sumo. We are on. 40 seconds here. Hands wherever it's comfortable for you. That's it. And try not to come way up and way down. Think about staying low throughout. Taking a moment to find each lunge and each squat. Pivot and center. 10 seconds here. And then we have to do the other side. Always have to do right and left. Last one. Find that pivot back through center, and take a moment just to shake out those legs. Even though we're going to be coming right back to that same position. Shoulders back and down, core engaged, and let's bring those legs nice and wide. Tucking that tailbone, body up nice and tall. This time, pivoting our left foot. So pivoting towards that right knee, back through center. 40 seconds is here. Try to keep that upper body nice and tall. Watch so you don't shift it forward as you come into your lunge or squat. Find that little pivot, back through center. Doesn't need to be a speedy move. Nice and controlled. Back through center. Pivot. Through center. We have less than 10 seconds here. Back through center. Last one here. Find that lunge. And back through center. Toe heel in. Shake out the legs. All right, this is one of my favorites. And I know we already did a push-up round today, but we're going to do one more. So these are panther push-ups. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift our hips back to our heels. Knees stay covered above the mat. And then we shift forward, coming into our push-up. Knees can tap down for the push-up, but then as you press back, hips to heels, try to draw the knees off the floor. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Knees are off the floor for that shift back. Then come into your push-up. Press it back. This is not about speed, but about strength and control. Press those hips back. And into that push-up. Nice. Remember, you can tap the knees down for the push-up. Core is engaged. Finding that beautiful plank position throughout your push-up. Press it up. Send it back into our push-up. Less than 10 seconds here. Find that push-up. Press it down, and let's send those knees to the floor. Take a moment here. One more exercise. We have this. So we are coming back up to standing. We're going to come into our Malasana, or goddess squat. So feet are turned out, nice and wide legs. And we're going to sink down towards the floor. So watch that your knees do not collapse in. You want to be pressing your knees out. So coming down nice and low. Try not to round through the spine. You want to come into that nice neutral spine. What we're going to do, 10 counts up. Starting now, up for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Do it again. Up for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. Bring it on down. Up for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Felt like I rushed that one. Last one to make it great. For 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Shake out those legs. Grab your water. Nice work. Cheers to everyone. We did it. Take a moment here. And when you're ready, you'll find yourselves at the bottom of our mat. Shoulders back and down. Coming to our Tadasana, our mountain pose, tucking the tailbone under. Just a few breaths here to quiet the body. And when you're ready, we're just going to walk the body out. You can set the knees down, and then we're going to lower all the way to the mat. We're going to come to our Sphinx pose here. So pressing up, our elbows are bent, shoulders right over top of our elbows, hands in front, and lifting through the chest. Feeling it opening up a little bit through the chest, the abdominals, squeezing the glutes to protect that low back. And then we'll lower all the way down to the mat. We're going to extend our right arm, make a fist, and thumbs down towards the mat, resting our arm right on the mat. We're going to place our left hand underneath our left shoulder. From here, we're going to turn away from our extended arm. So we're facing the left side of our mat, feeling a stretch to the front of our shoulder. Now really pay attention to your body. You can do this one a lot. If you feel flexible, or maybe just a little, maybe even staying here, square to the mat with the arm extended is enough. You just want to feel that stretch to the front of the shoulder, but no pinching. We're going to bring it back through center and coming to the other side. So right hand underneath our right shoulder. We're going to extend our left hand. Make a fist, thumbs down towards the floor. And then very carefully turn our body away from that extended hand. Again, not feeling any pinching to the front of that shoulder. Maybe, again, lying square to the mat is all that you need. Feel that stretch. And then we'll bring it back to center. Hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to press our hips up and back, coming to our child's pose. Using our hips back towards our heels. And from here, we're going to walk our hands outside to the right side of our mat, even coming off the mat onto the floor. Still keeping our hips back onto our heels, and you'll feel a beautiful stretch to that left side body. And then we'll walk it through center, hands over to the left side of our mat. Again, easy, keeping the hips back towards our heels, finding that right side body stretch. And we'll walk it back through center. Take a couple of more breaths here in our child's pose. And nice and easy. We'll walk our body out. You can ease over onto one hip, extend our legs out in front. And then nice and easy, we're going to roll through the spine so we come back to lying down on our mat. Nice and easy, rolling through the spine to lower onto our mat. You can hug your knees into your chest. Try to keep your tailbone flat against the mat and taking it from side to side. You can stay here or keeping the knees bent, feet up towards the ceiling, grabbing onto the outside of your feet, bending the knees and pressing your knees towards the floor. Coming into happy baby. Again, try to keep your tailbone flat against the mat. I'm going to take a little rock from side to side. Whatever feels good. And release. You can come right into Shavasana, extending your legs towards the outside corners of your mat. Or if you need to take any other posture first, please feel free. Otherwise, we're going to settle into our Shavasana. Returning to our natural breath. awareness back to our body. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. It's just a short Shavasana today. If you want to stay there a little bit longer, please feel free. Or you can start to circle your wrists and your ankles. We'll extend our arms overhead. Take a deep breath in, reaching our body as long as possible to opposite ends of the room. And exhale, releasing everything. We're going to keep our right arm extended, roll our body onto our sides. Taking a moment here. We've been on the mat for a few moments. So we'll take our time to bring ourselves back up to our seated position. Find yourself in your comfortable seated position, whether it's cross-legged, sitting on top of your shins. And close your eyes or soften your gaze. And we'll bring our hands to our heart center. Taking our last few breaths together. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Please listen to your body for the rest of your day. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool. And I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I hope you're going to have a great day, taking lots of water. Thank you very much for joining me, you guys. I see your messages there. Taking lots of water, just really listen to your body, and hope we can flow again soon. And remember, all the workouts that all the instructors have done can be found online at Mayfair Clubs online, I believe. So have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.